Here we are at the Wines of Portugal International Conference 2010. We're almost at the end of the conference, and I'm with Chris Walters here, who's from Canada, and he writes for Vines, it's wine magazine, obviously. And I'm just going to ask Chris, what have you felt about the conference, Chris? What have been the high points for you?
Well, I think a conference like this is always a great opportunity to get a real snapshot of the here and now, what's actually happening, and what consumers can expect, I guess, especially from a Canadian perspective, where we'll be seeing what we can expect down the pipeline, what winemakers are presenting now, but also what they're thinking about, what's kind of incubating in the back of their minds. And it's been a really exciting, and as I said, I dare say, eye-opening experience to get a sense of not only what the theme is, this notion about Touriga Nacional and being an emblematic flagship grape variety, but also the white wines have just been kind of shattering. They've just been so incredibly eye-opening and so compelling. That's been the real take-home message: is watch this space. Yes. The white wines are going to change. Will change your religion, so to speak. Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting point. I completely agree with you. Yeah. And has it been? Is it some of the Vino Verdes you've tasted, or just you just feel overall?
Across the spectrum? I mean, certainly the field blend Douro whites, I think, have been the biggest kind of, whoa, I didn't see this coming. Yeah. Vino Verde, both in the kind of more commercial side, but also the really kind of atypical weird stuff that's kind of happening around the corner. The fringes, rather. Those are really, really exciting wines, and there's a place for them. And that's the other thing, is just I think all of these things working in concert will really help put an exclamation point at the end of Portugal for a lot of wine lovers, those who may have gravitated away for whatever reason, that there's passion and energy and excitement surrounding the whole country, and that there's really a reason to revisit.
And do you think this should be something like an annual event, obviously with a different theme next year, rather than Touriga Nacional, maybe looking at whites or something like that? What would be your feeling about that?
Yeah, no, I think white wines would. I think there's a lot of cachet to be done with that, but I think annual, because you've got great momentum here, and you've got and having done it, it's one of these things that, well, you've got the infrastructure now. The perils and pitfalls, and you also know that, look at how many people have this window in their calendar in December that they can come and kind of drink deep the knowledge and the samples and the food and the culture, and get reinvigorated and start the kind of they're planning for 2011, whether they're sommelier or journalists or buyers or educators, with a new kind of plot. It's like, oh, look what I've got in my back pocket.
Yeah. Chris, that's great stuff. Chris Walters, thanks very much indeed for that. Thank you.